Welcome back. Myself, Jay Tandon, working as an assistant professor at the Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Technical Education and Research Center, Navsari. Today, we will going to learn on the subject about wind and solar energy, lecture number one. So the topics are wind generator technology. Uh, the topics are listed below. First of all, review of the modern wind turbine technology, fixed and variable speed turbine, induction generator, double field induction generator, that is called as a DFG, and their characteristics, permanent magnet synchronous generator, some converters, and some control of converters. So yeah, first of all, wind energy, which is we know that it's a very useful energy and it's basically solar and wind are the future, right? We know that. So wind turbine, uh, which is developed, uh, has become the attractive research topic in the renewable energy sources. We know that. So in short form of wind energy conversation, I use a word that is WES. Have been intensively as a green energy, which is demanded 20% by 2030. So mostly now we are basing of the renewable sources like wind, solar, and some others, right? We are to because we have a conventional limited sources, right? So we that's why we are moving towards to the green energy, and due to that, some of the sources like petrol, chemical, diesel, gas-based, coal-based, right, are the power plant and some materials which is very harmful to the humans because it's pollute the environment actually. So for the clear energy, which is specialized to the policy, make have realized and potential importance of the wind energy resources in a common energy crisis in the world nowadays. So the technology aspects, many of the opportunity being pursued to the advanced control technology are utilized to achieve the high contributions of the wind energy. Yeah, there is some installation or we can say the initial cost of the wind energy turbines are very high compared to other, but compared to that, whatever the green energy we are generated, which is running cost, that will be zero, we can say, instead of installation cost. So wind turbine is the advantageous purpose, and maybe this is a best source of energy after the solar. So wind turbine is a device that convert a mechanical energy into electrical energy to be used in a standalone grid or be connected with the grids. So standalone system and other system, that is I don't need to talk here because standalone is a major huge topic, right? But you just think that whenever the standby source like this kind of energy, that will be an additional source, we can say, with the main source which are connected. When main source will not available or which is not appropriately provide the power to the consumer at the time, this kind of WEC are the useful factors. So the parts of the wind turbine mainly. So first you can see over these are the blades. As you see, there are the three blades, right? There we can say it's a rotor, wind energy which is imparted on this blade, and it will try to rotate. So it's having some gear arrangement. You can see over here. That is a big gear over here, which is rotate some small gears. So ratio of the rotation that will be increased, right? As these rotations of these blades that will be fixed actually. That is some I I refer some paper that is a 10 per second. So this kind of wind constant, when we are consider that, it is considered as a 10. So it's a low speed, uh, soft speed. It is not like that when the wind is high, the rotations of the field is high. It is not like that. It is rotated at a fixed speed, and generally the speed are very low. But some gear arrangement in such a manner, the motor is continuously rotated at very high. This is a turbine actually, so it will be generate some power in form of that. So it's a low speed shaft, it is a high speed shaft, it is a generator, it is a gearbox, it is a braking system, right? And driving system, which is you see over here, and here are some additional motors that is called a yaw motor, right? And some this wind vents, which is indicate the directions of the flow of the wind, and anemometer, which is indicate the exact uh, flow of the wind, right? So these are some arrangement, and which is fitted on main fitted on the tower, right? So these are the basics diagram and parts I can explain it. So now configurations of the wind energy sources, right? Wind energy sources, wind energy conversion sources, WEC. So it is basically two types. That is a fixed speed WEC and variable speed. As I told you that it is a fixed speed where the speed is very low, we can say, but it is appropriate that to generate the power. Variable speed, in that case, the configurations are different. In case of variable speed, we need to maintain the output voltage. So power electronics and the drive circuitry, which is a part of this. In case of variable speed, fixed speed, there is no need to requirement, only the generator. It will be generate the power, and it will be stored some place. So wind turbine converts some kinetic energy present in the wind into the mechanical energy by means of producing torque. So large scale wind power projects are to be attractive alternatives to the convenient capacity expansions. So in the present scenario, most of the wind turbine manufacturing now equip the power generating unit by the induction generator. So next topic from this, after that, induction generator, synchronous generator, and some converters and its control strategy. So types of operations is either at a fixed speed or it may be a variable speed. So generator drive by the fixed speed turbine can be directly to be connected with the grid, right? Where the so many connectors are there, and we can you can take away power from that grid. Okay, so now variable speed generator is prefer over fixed speed generator. As I told you that variable speed having advantage compared to fixed speed, right? Because variable speed compared to high speed, the rotations RPM per hours or per day, that will be higher compared to fixed speed. Now, first we understand the fixed speed with some closed loop operations. So as you see in the figure, that is a fixed speed blades are over here, wind turbines are there. So this is a part of wind turbine which is connected with some gear arrangement, and after the synchronous generator, it will be generate a power at constant speed. Whatever the generated power which is sensed by the speed controller and which is given to the fixed speed controller. So turbine can be rotated in such a manner which is give the output which is in fixed value. Now the wind power system which is operate at a constant rotor speed regardless of the wind speed variations. The speed, the rotor speed is controlled according to the grid frequency, right? So electric machines which is equipped with such the wind turbine is a squirrel cage induction motor, sometimes permanent, that is PMSM, permanent magnet synchronous generator. PMSG we can say, permanent magnet synchronous generator, PMSG can be used. So for the fixed speed, wind energy conversions system have an advantage of being a simple, robust and renewable with the low cost generator and easy control. So such the wind power system is also a drawback due to the limitations of the fixed speed changing continuously. Continue with the fixed speed wind energy conversion system. We can say it's a prototype of the fixed speed wind turbine synchronous generator have been used, but the induction machine, which is appear to be more widely adopted because of its induction motor having a low cost compared to other motor, better environment durability and life longer, we can say ultimately, and superior mechanical compatibility with the rapid wind changes. So induction motor having it's a fitted exactly and under these conditions. So this is why fixed speed wind turbine generator used in induction generator type. So which is directly connected to the grid. So now the majority of the wind turbine which is designed the generator is connected with the hub with the blades via gearbox, as we seen above. Parts of the wind generator. So they are placed in a nickel and the top of the turbine towers. So the gearbox is needed to change the low rotating speed. Why it is need to be changed to low rotating speed? Because wind speed is very less, hardly is 10 per meter square per minute, right? 10 rotation per minute we can say sometime. So in the conditions of that 10 rotation per minute, in that conditions of that turbine will be rotated at this speed, which is not reliable actually, right? Because torque is doesn't matter over here. The matter is rotations. If rotation is high, field is high, cut by the magnetic field, and EMF generated, that will be higher. So the speed of the turbine is depending upon rotor diameter. For example, 330 kilowatt turbine having a rotating speed approximately, as I told you, 18 to 45 RPM rotation per minute. As I told you, that 10 that is for the small turbines. So it is generally 80 to 45 RPM. RPM means rotation per minute. एक मिनट में 80 से 45 तक की रोटेट करेगा वो. While the rotating speed of 16-17 kilowatt turbine is approximately 10 to 19 RPM. As I told you, 330 kilowatt, the speed is 18 to 45, right? It is approximately 16-17 kilo. So as we say that if the kilowatt is higher, then what will happen? RPM that will be reduced because it's have a huge structure. So fixed speed wind turbine is designed to obtain the maximum efficiency at the speed will give the optimum tip speed to the wind speed ratio for the rotor airfoil. So in order to able to capture the more wind energy, some fixed speed wind turbine have a two different rotation speed. Now variable speed wind turbine. We see our drawbacks of the fixed speed, right, and some advantage of the fixed speed. Now, variable fixed speed are convenient. We see how it will be. So, comparing with the fixed speed turbine, variable speed turbine, wind energy conversion system based double field induction generator (DFIG). We can say it's a huge topic actually. DFIG, WFED, we can say induction generator, which is generally used when we are talking about wind turbine based power plant. So some four quadrant actions, reactive power regulations, and some low cost conversion. That are some extreme features of the DFIG. With the DFIG based wind system, the stator side is directly connected to the grid. Okay, so whatever the generated power, which is directly fed to the grid. So whenever the rotor side is connected to the back-to-back voltage source inverter, the stator output power into the grid. See, when we are talking about the conversion, variable speed, at that time power electronics that is in picture, because we need to control the power according to the applications of. So speed is higher, we need to control that, or we can utilize in such a manner we are getting output which is we are giving to the grid, which is fixed. So rotor is capable to driving or absorbing the power to the grid, which is depending upon rotor speed. With the permanent magnet synchronous generator based wind system, generator output voltage and frequency are proportional to the rotor speed, and current is proportional to the torque of the speed. This is the basic concept of the machines. So output is rectified and fed to the buck boost regulations. Buck boost regulations is a kind of converter which is a non-isolated DC to DC converter, which is convert fixed DC to variable DC and feed to the inverters. It will be used for the high frequency applications. So that's why another advantage of this buck boost converter is to it's having only one switching. So switching is losses that will be higher. So there are many similar major component which is required in fixed speed wind turbine and wind turbine operation within a narrow variable speed range. With the continue with the variable speed wind energy conversion system, a fixed speed wind turbine operation within a narrow speed range is usually W feed induction motor have converter connected to the rotor circuit. Rotor circuits are the converter. So why this converter? Because it convert one form of energy to another form. So rotating speed of the W feed induction generator equally 1000 to 1 C or RPM. If the RPM range we can see compared to 10 to 90 or 18 to 45, here is the RPM is 1000 to 1500 RPM. So gearbox implementation is required. So simply the Nacelle designs of the direct drive generator is used. The direct drive generator using a large turbine blades diameter can be operated at a very low speed and does not need any gearbox, which is installed in increase the speed. The use of frequency converter is needed to use the direct drive generator. So wind turbine operation within a broad variable speed range are equipped with the Frequency converter which is convert one form of frequency to another, and it will be synchronized to the main system through the grid. So in a conventional speed, fixed speed wind turbine, the gearbox and generator have to be mounted on the stiff bed uh, plate, and which is aligned partially with respect to the each other. So the direct drive generator can be integrated with the nacelle so that the generator housing and the support structure are also the main part of the nacelle constructions. So here are some small scale wind power, that is a dynamic system, domestic system in which variable speed can be implemented. Variable speed drive or turbine, asynchronous generator, variable voltage and frequency. We know the VFD. You maybe don't know about VFD, but the VFD we will study on the my third final year, right? Some subject in a variable frequency drive. Maybe power electronics is a part of that variable frequency drive. VFD, we can say every machine, every panel having a VFD panel. After that, it will be rectified. Rectifier means AC to DC. DC voltage regulation. DC units are there. Then after inverter, then after AC. So it is actually our AC, finally our AC, but it will be store and some converter part and conversion because it's a variable. Output is input is my variable. We need to output constant. We need to do this. So cost wise, it will be um, maintenance wise, it will be hard to maintain that, but it's having a better output voltage compared to other. Wind energy system configurations, there are basically two types. VECS system, variable speed, fixed speed, variable having indirect drive, direct drive, WSG, permanent magnet, synchronous type, W feed, induction generator. So these are the GG, that is generator, permanent magnet, synchronous condenser, W feed induction generator, DFIG. It is like that. So plus variable WR, variable frequency drive, induction generator plus variable rotor speed. WRSG, PMSG, that is the permanent magnet synchronous generator, which is one of the direct type. Another is a permanent magnet synchronous generator, that is a direct type and direct type 2, but it is a configuration wise different. Secondly, fixed speed, that is a fix. So the blank one is indicated no power conversion, reduced power conversion, and full capacity power conversion. Right above these are the full capacity power conversion. Now synchronous generator with inline frequency control. Synchronous generator is a generator which is generated at fixed speed, and whatever the output which is presented, that is a fixed. It will be never change where the wind speed is changed, when the rotor turbine speed is changed, whatever fixed. Right. So rather than controlling the turbine rotating speed, we need to generator and generator sides of that we are convert with the frequency synchronizing with the gate from the synchronous generator. The rotor and turbine can be used at a variable speed corresponding to the prevailing wind conditions. So this will be produce a varying frequency output from the generator synchronized with the drive shaft rotating speed. This output then rectified and generator side we can say AC to DC, DC to AC. So AC side to AC side. Between that it will be conversion of DC. So converter back to back AC we can say. So inverter with the grid side of the conventional with the synchronized with the grid frequency. Grid side converter also used to provide a reactive power. What is the reactive power? The power which is actually required to generate a magnetic field. The unnecessary power, which is the power which is stored during the operations of the inductor and capacitor, that is called the reactive power. So now large square wind turbine with the inline frequency control rod, or we can say grid connected system. So variable frequency, gearboxes, generator, AC to DC converter, DC link. We are controlling that whatever the speed over here from here, the capacitor bank are there. Then after further, so first it is convert as a rectifier, another convert as a inverter. So inverter converter DC to AC, rectifier convert AC to AC. The AC will be started ended with the AC with the fixed AC. So the range of bit speed converter, which is the system can be operated, can be extended, and mechanically safety control can be incorporated by means of optimal speed control system based on pitch control of the rotor bands, which is used in fixed speed variable, which is described above. So one major drawback of this system is the component, electronic component or circuitry, which is a frequency converter based, must be designed to carry the full generator power. Now W feed induction generator, DFIG we can say. Wind turbine use a DFIG consisting with the wound rotor. So induction generator which and some AC to DC or DC to AC IGBT based PWM converter can be used. So that PWM converter function is to pulse width modulation according to the speed wind change. We are changing the output voltage, and with the help of PWM technique, we are getting the output. Whether my speed is changed, output need to be constant, and that will be only possible by the PWM method. So AC to DC, DC to AC converter is basically PWM converter. Use the sinusoidal PWM method. See, PWM having a different method: sinusoidal, single pulse, multi pulse, hysteresis, and so on. Many times, among that, sinusoidal is the best one for the DFIG. So the rotor in the rotor side converter, which is a grid, that is called a C grid side is converter, which is indicated over here. So now the control speed of wind turbine gearbox or electronic circuit can be used. You can see over here, these are some conversion of AC to DC, DC to AC. So here starting AC, we are not put the blades over here, but actually it is output power from the, it is the shaft of the blades. Then after rotation is generated, which turbine will be generated and it continuously measure the active reactive power which is given to the grid. It will be maintained in such a manner with the help of this capacitor bank and some inductor arrangement. We are compensating the active and reactive power too, and whatever the power which is given to that, we already give to the appropriate range to the grid system, because grid want a constant power. Now operation of DFIG, the synchronous speed is monitoring mode, and above the synchronous speed is the generating mode. Synchronous speed in monitoring mode. Monitoring mode means if we give the supply to that. So at that time, synchronous speed, it is a generating mode. So below the synchronous speed it is a monitoring mode. Above the synchronous speed it is a generating mode. So now the rotor side converter is operate as a rectifier, as I told you that, and the stator side converter is one as an inverter. Below the synchronous speed generating mode and above the synchronous speed monitoring mode, the rotor side converter is operate as an inverter and stator side converter as a rectifier. So for that, in a steady state, some losses in AC to DC or DC to AC converter, PGC, that is a loss due to that, which is equal to the PR, and the power, rotor power, right? That is the PR, which is determined the power absorptions and power which is given to that. So phase sequence of the AC voltage generator by the C rotors in positive subsynchronous speed and negative subsynchronous speed. Subsynchronous speed is, means what? Subsynchronous, as a name of synchronous constant. Sub and synchronous motor. Speed less than the synchronous speed. So C rotor and C grid have a capability of generating and absorbing the reactive power over here, right? This Q and P, which is indicate what? Active and reactive power. This is a rotor power. This is a rotor active power, rotor reactive power. This is a generating sites of the grid connect generated grid, generator grid, reactive and reactive power. It will be maintained such like that. Now wound rotor generator, that is called as a WRIG with external rotor resistance. Why? We need to connect the external rotor because we need to control the speed of the rotor. That's why external resistance we are put it. So wound rotor induction generator is the name of wound rotor. Actually, induction generator having so many types of cylindrical type, wound rotor type, right? So wound rotor means the rotor are wounded in each end, so uniform magnetic field is to be distributed, right? Which is connected with some rheostat to control the speed of that. Whether the speed is higher with the help of this WRIG, which is maintain the speed in such a manner that our grid, whatever the grid power, which is improve the power factor with the help of capacitor bank and some starter arrangement, which will start simultaneously to fulfill the requirements of the grid power. Now, SCIG, synchronous generator wind energy system with full capacity power consumptions. So basically, it will be done by the two-level voltage source converter. Two-level voltage source, why? Because this SCIG It's a rating of that 690 watt synchronous condenser induction generator. So this is a gearbox. This is the filter, LC filter. We can say one filter which is convert some AC power to C. This is a three-phase AC to DC. Here the DC link, DC to AC. That's why it is called as a double or two-layer voltage source converter. So two converter are identified in the technology and linked with the DC link capacitor filter. Generator converter are typically rate of 690 volt, and each converter which is handled 0.75 megawatt. Right? For wind turbine, larger 0.75 megawatt, and the power rating of the converter can be increased by paralleling the IGBT module. See over here as a switch, we can use a insulated gate bipolar transistor IGBT based. Right? And never you never use a thyristor as an inverter because there is no turn off process for the thyristor. We need to turn off the thyristor. Commutation is required. So most probably IGBT based switches are used for the inverter based circuit. Now grid tied solar panel. Grid tied means what? This is a solar panel which is directly connected with the grid tie. See, initial that way the thing that is a wind turbine. Here is a which is a one of the another source of energy, green energy we can say. So right, whatever the sunlight will be generated a power for inverter which is convert that into the DC AC and AC power which is because solar panel input which is give the output in form of DC. So inverter need to be required from DC to AC conversion and utilization after the point of common coupling synchronize the voltage in such a manner utility. So these are the standby sources. It cannot be 100% success to use with the only solar panel. It's always with the another source of power. Equipment for the grid tied solar panel first is the grid tied inverter GTI or it is called as a micro inverter and second is a power inverter. Grid tied inverter GTI. So it's regulate the voltage and current receiving from the solar panel. So DC current with the solar panel is utilized by the majority of the electric equipments. And grid tied inverter is also known as a grid integrative or synchronous inverter, synchronize the phase and frequency current to feed the utility grids. Micro inverters, it is back to the solar panel. Micro, as the name of micro, it is very small. It's opposed the center of inverter typically taken to the entire solar array. So this has recently been lot database or whether micro inverters are the better than the, some other another meters. Now power meters. Power meter as a name of power it will be it measure something right as a name of power meter. Most household will need to replace that current power meter with this one of the sources because it's called as a net meter or two-way meter which is a capability to measure the power going to be both direction. Yeah, it is advantageous instead of two converter use or two measurement device used on both sides. This power meter can be do with the help of only one system. So now advantages save more power with the net utility grade, which is virtually a battery actually. So advantages grid connected will be allow you to save more money with the solar panel. Battery and other standalone system are required for full function of the off-grid system, right? To maintenance. So for if the some of our actual system are on at maintenance, this standalone system can be utilized better. These are some comparison. That is a summary of WEC configuration generator, SGIG generator, and VGIG generator having some. So here are the some generator name. You can see it's a parallel comparisons of that SGIG, WRIG with rotor resistance, W fed induction generator, synchronous condenser induction, wound rotor type, and permanent magnet type. So these are parallel conversions, power conversion. With the SCI, there is no power conversion. Here is the with the diode rectifier and chopper. Here with the VSC converter, three-level VSC converter, two three-layer VSC with boost converter. So these both are actually complicated. Converter capacity is not in case of the SGIG, WIG having a small, DFIG having a reduced, SCIG which is full. So these are the advantages. Speed range maximum for DFIG only. Here having a full. Gearbox is almost required for both. External reactive power is needed on this both system where another is not required. Active power with MPPT we require only for the limited range of WRIG. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.